Hey everybody, Whitney with Girl Friday Crafts here. Welcome to our Lucky in Love, for some reason that I keep wanting to say the wrong thing, event in the DIY Arts and Crafts Room. We just got started with Michelle from Embellish the Season, and of course she did an amazing project as usual. So if you happen to miss her, make sure you go back and watch that replay. So I am going to, well, let's make sure I do the right one. I'm going to turn off this camera for now because you all don't really need to see me. And we're going to get started. And my first project is going to be a little anti-Valentine's Day, I guess, or more of a Galentine's. I'll get the wine bag out. We're going to use the wine bags that we have, which I love, and one of the Chalk After Dark transfers, Chicks Before Pricks. I don't know, it's just too funny. And Lisa, love the After Dark collection. I do too. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I totally get that, but yeah, I absolutely love it. I think it's a riot and a half. Okay, so I stuck my ink mat in there. I have several ink mats that I have cut up into different sizes to make it a little bit easier to work with. And so, got my little ink mat in there. And we are going to, hi Vivian. We are going to, hey Michelle. It's my shot of whiskey. Yeah, yep, absolutely. We're going to take the transfer out, and you don't have to fuzz this because I'm doing it on, I don't have to fuzz this because I'm doing it on textiles, which is nice. And I'm just going to line that up a little bit. Push that down to make sure that it stays and I don't have any bubbles. And we're going to do the, like, what's the, you know, the thing you put the plant in? Oh my God. Wow. Okay. I've been having a hard time with my words these past couple of days. In black, and then the cactus in pesto, and the little flower up there in the couture coral. And I am going to do this in ink, just on the off chance that somebody that would buy it might want to wash it or need to wash it. Hi Vivian. So how's everybody doing this morning? I know it's, well, not terribly early on the East Coast. I mean, I'm not really a morning person, so it's noon for me, so I'm fine now. But, we just got back. We were in the Keys last weekend, celebrating our son's 21st birthday. Oh my Lord, Michelle, are you serious? Oh no. The only time you're getting me out of bed at 3 in the morning is if I'm got to get to the airport to get on an airplane, and it better be to somewhere warm or exciting. If I'm up at 3 a.m., it's because I haven't gone to bed yet. Let's, yeah, we'll say that. But yeah, we were just down in the Keys last weekend for our son's 21st birthday. It was a very quick trip. You know, all we could do was a Thursday to Sunday because of his work schedule. But we were there on his birthday, so that was awesome. It was our second time down there. He had been down there just to leave for a cruise, not to ever actually be there. Beautiful day in Phoenix. Nice. Hi, Martha. And so we had a good time, but let me tell you something, being able to wear shorts in February and then coming back to Midwest winter. Well, actually, the crazy thing is we came back and it was 60 degrees the day after we got back. Then we got back to Midwest winter. All right, so I'm going to do a little paste and peel here. So that, or well, technically ink and peel. Alright, so we got to open up my pesto here. This is a brand new jar of ink. I was looking, Tarina and Michelle, you might know, do we have moss in ink? Because if we do, I don't have it, and I should get some, because I was actually looking for moss to use for this cactus. And then I need to get some of the new ones. Come to Phoenix, flip-flops. Ugh. Yeah, so my husband keeps putting Arizona on the list. There's scorpions out there, right? Like, that's kind of my thing. I'm like, I don't know about that. Not sure how I feel about that. But, I mean, we went to Phoenix. I mean, we hadn't even been together for a year, I don't think, when we went to Phoenix. And I do like Arizona. And I like Colorado a lot as well. All right, so now we're going to do our cactus, and I'm gonna work away from the container as much as possible to try to keep from, actually, you know what, I'm gonna get this. We're gonna use this first. So this is the detail tool, and it has this little bitty squeegee end on it, and I like it for stuff like this where I have to get really close. I'm trying to do multiple colors, and I also like it because it enables you to get a pencil-like grip on the tool, so it gives you a little more control. Now, because this is ink and fabric and it just sort of smooths out differently, I gotta be a little careful so that I don't get globs underneath. But if this one doesn't turn out right, I can redo it later. Do another one. I do have some of these still left. So do this. Now, one of the things that I know for me with ink is that I have a tendency not to use enough because the fabric just absorbs differently, you know, than our other surfaces. Oh, that turned out pretty good though. Sometimes I lose some ink just because I didn't apply enough, and then when it soaks into that fabric, it leaves a space, but that did okay. Right, we're gonna pull this up. Got a little bit of bleed. I probably should have pushed that back down a little bit more. But you get the point. I think that's cute. Alright, so we're going to set that aside and let it dry a little bit. And then we'll heat press it. Okay, turn that on. And we're going to pull the ink mat out. Okay, so this is this dry? Ooh. No, that is not dry. Okay, so we're going to dry that real quick. I'm glad I could see that. So the shimmer inks and pastes, maybe not so much, but like the regular inks and pastes, if you hold them in a light, you can tell if they're dry or not. I'm glad the light hit it the right way, because if I had gone to heat set that and it was still wet, I would have been mad. And we would have had a big old mess. So I figured out the first time I made one of these wine bags that my little Cricut mini press does actually get hot enough to heat set ink, which is great, because then I don't have to pull out my big press, just to do something small. And you can either, if you've never done this before, you can either use parchment paper or Teflon paper. I like Teflon paper. And you just kind of go over it. Try to make sure you don't move the Teflon paper or move your t-shirt or the wine bag, just in case there's any of it that is still a little wet, so it doesn't smear. And then there's the only really way to tell whether or not it's set is to touch it, which you gotta make sure it's cool, but the tacky feeling, because ink, even when it's dry, is going to have a tacky feel to it. That tacky feel is going to be gone if it's really heat set right. Okay, so that is done, ready to go. And I hope that you all have an absolutely wonderful weekend, and I will see you all next time. Bye.